So take a second and look around you. If you see anything that's black, that's colored with a pigment called carbon black. That's made from petroleum and known to be toxic. And so at Living Ink, we're making a more sustainable, a safer carbon black alternative by unlocking value from agri-food waste. So again, paints, inks, plastics, rubbers, that's all colored with carbon black. There's about 33 billion pounds produced globally every year. And at Living Ink, we sell into three major categories. We sell into the ink market, pigment dispersions, which is a liquid color concentrate, and then we can replace carbon black pigment, which is a dry powder. So the total addressable market is about $91 billion. There's two problems that we're solving at Living Ink. The first one is carbon black is made of heavy petroleum, and it's done by burning it at really high temperatures. So there's large carbon emissions. Toxic chemicals, so it's on Prop 65 in California, is cancer-causing. Poor consumer perception, and then we're seeing regulatory challenges around the world. For example, the state of New York has been working on a bill that would actually ban carbon black from all of packaging. The second problem is this rising agri-food waste challenge. So if you're a brewery or a yogurt producer, there's typically a biomass byproduct that's generated that has high disposal costs, environmental impact issues. So when that biomass is put in the landfill, it creates methane, which is even worse than CO2 from a greenhouse gas emissions standpoint. And then there's limited disposal options. So at Living Ink, we've taken these two problems, and with our renewable pigment technology, we're solving that problem. So we're not using petroleum as a feedstock, we're using agri-food waste. So we divert biomass from going to the landfill. We have a carbon negative life cycle analysis. That means we're actually sequestering more carbon than we're producing in the manufacturing of the product. And then we have safe materials and performance equivalent. This means we can sell our product to manufacturers, and they can use our product with their existing equipment and processes. We get a lot of inbound interest from brands and manufacturing partners. For example, Apple. They've got three major material targets: safer chemistry, reduced carbon, and renewable materials. We're able to check all three of those boxes, and that gets brands really excited to work with our materials. We've got granted patents on our process where we take ag waste, we put it through a thermal treatment to make a biochar-like material. We can refine that material to make a pigment. We can sell that into the market, or we can take that powder and put it into our ink formulations for downstream applications like packaging. So these are real commercial pilots in the world. We've put our pigments into everything from foams and cosmetics to plastics. We've launched eyeliners, mascara with a cosmetics brand. My shirt is dyed with our pigment. We just launched denim with the brand, and we've done numerous leather projects that we're working on. For our ink business, we can do everything from packaging like tapes and boxes and bags, all the way to shirts and even shoes. This is very consumer facing. It's our go-to-market strategy. There's some huge industrial opportunities that get us excited. We're working with some of the biggest chemical companies in the world at developing these products. This is where we can make a huge impact, both on revenue, but also on sustainability. We have a very clear product market fit. These are some of our brand partners that we work with. Patagonia, New Balance, Crocs use us on global packaging projects today. We've done numerous projects over the last couple years with Nike, from apparel to packaging to even the shoes that I'm wearing, which was done by Nike, Billie Eilish, and Living Ink. And so with this clear product market fit, we feel now is the time to scale this product. So why are we here in Grove, New York? There's three things that get us really excited about this region: abundant waste streams, industry customers, and strategic partnerships. Before we joined the program, this is what our biomass supply chain looked like. We were working with AB InBev, one of the largest brewers in the world, and we were working at their facility in Colorado and Idaho Falls. When we found out they had a facility in Baldwinsville, we joined the Grow New York program. And on the second call in that program, we talked to the Center of Excellence out of Cornell, and they mentioned, have you guys heard about this 5.3 billion pounds of acid whey in the region? And we didn't. This is a huge opportunity for us to scale our product, and also a huge opportunity to solve a real problem in the region. So we're exploring this, and this was thanks to the program. So after going through the Grow New York program, this is now what we're considering from a biomass supply chain. We worked with AB InBev in Baldwinsville, numerous yogurt companies, breweries, and distilleries. And so not only is there a lot of biomass, but you can see it's in a consolidated region. So we don't have to ship biomass across the country or the world to start processing that. That gets us excited. We built the foundation at Living Inc. using algae as a feedstock. We started using spent grain from the brewing operations. We are now looking at spent wash from distilleries, which is a biomass produced from producing bourbon. And then obviously acid whey is really exciting. During this program, we worked closely with AB InBev. They sent us spent grain and yeast. We were able to make high quality pigments and inks, and they're actually using this product on some of their merch as of this month. We toured Iron Smoke Distillery in Rochester. Not only do they have biomass that's accessible for us to use now, but we actually talked to them about ways we can help them save costs with some of their disposal fees of other biomass. And then obviously acid whey. Still early days in developing this and understanding it, but we've talked to companies like Fairlife who are opening up a mega dairy in Rochester in the next couple months. They have an abundant amount of biomass, and they see us as a solution to help them. Beyond the biomass, we met with numerous customers in packaging, screen printing, and even some brands that we've already been engaged with, like Corning. On our journey, we met with one of our existing customers. So we stopped at this printing location. Our product was on the shelf, and that day they were actually printing it with one of the brands that we'll be launching with later this year. What surprised me about this visit to the Grow New York area was these strategic partnerships. We're located in Berthoud, Colorado right now. Colorado's great. It's not known for having talent in ink packaging. It's not known for having industrial space that allows companies like us to scale. So when we met with RIT, one of the world leaders in packaging and inks, we realized there's a pipeline of talent. We met with Cornell, where there's a pipeline of biomass waste, which we get excited about, and no one else usually does. And then GRE. Physical infrastructure support. So we have a list of 20 different locations that would allow us to scale our pilot and potentially even our production scale system in the coming years. Path to market expansion. Right now we're in phase 1 of the business. We're looking to generate $1 million in the next 2 years. We're building a pilot plant right now in Colorado, and we're also considering a pilot plant in New York. Phase 2, achieve price parity and deliver commercial capacity, grow sales to $32 million, and that would be a larger scale production facility. And then phase 3 is global expansion, sourcing biomass on each continent, producing our product at that continent so we can work with customers locally. So use of funds. If we were to win $250,000, we would be starting to work with these biomass feedstock providers. That would be about 2 new direct hires. Building off of that, we would do $500,000. We would bring in 3 to 5 new direct hires, building a partial pilot plant. And obviously what gets us the most excited is $1 million, where we would build a full pilot production plant here. We would hire 10 to 12 direct hires, and that facility could do up to $12 million in sales. Also setting the tone and doing development work that would allow us to potentially build larger production systems here in the future, which is where we can really make an impact. We have a very well-rounded team of R&D folks, production folks, sales. We've cherry-picked people away from the top manufacturers, renewable energy companies, and even brands. This is the right team that's been delivering on milestones for years together and is the right team to scale. So our value to the region, we have a product market fit. We've validated the technology and the product. We have an expert team that can help deploy our technology across the world. Regional job creation. Immediately, we would hire someone in this region to go and understand the biomass supply, volumes, logistics. We're turning waste into value. We have a bankable model with strong intellectual property portfolio. And also, this region's known for specialty chemicals and being a world leader. We see ourselves as a specialty chemical company, but that next iteration of innovation where we can produce material and export it around the world. So at Living Inc., we are developing the future of materials. And I always tell my team, we got to get the right pieces of the puzzle together. And I think Greater New York is one of those major pieces that can help us accelerate to make the world more sustainable, create jobs, and we'd be loved to build a pilot plant in the region. Thank you.
Thank you. Great.